welcome to the Normn Hyperbolic Filler. We're kind of here to talk anime, video games, and movies. I am your host, X, also known as Young Morgan Freeman. And with me, as always, is my co-host, Kid Lewis.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Kid Lewis, coming to you in another round.
Well, another realm. Coming from another realm?
Yeah, the Normn, the hyperbolic time chamber.
The hyperbolic time chamber.
Where time moves super slow in here, like slow motion. But outside in the reality, times keep going on and on and on, man.
I know that's the kind of vibe that I was like going with this whole, podcast and podcast room and podcast studio.
That was the whole point of the podcast. It is in the sense of like we're in the time chamber, so we can talk about anime for years and years and years, and only like 10 minutes have passed out in reality. You know?
Right, in the anime world.
Yeah, so it's like we get to dive in, just talk anything we want without having to feel rushed or feel like, we'd be impressed.
Right.
I just wish our editing skills were not. I feel like we're editing inside the time chamber because goddamn, man, we're taking forever with this editing.
I mean, it's tough, man, but
it is, man.
We're getting through it.
No, we are.
We got some good edits out there, bro.
No, we do. We try to keep you guys entertained. Are you guys not entertained? So what's up, man? So this is what? Filler number 2. Yeah, so X has been telling me he's been getting some good feedbacks from the first filler. The only feedback that I got was that they told me they felt like on the first one I had more of a lead.
Right.
Or like it was more like, me kind of talking more, and
that's good. It took a lot of pressure off of me.
Yeah, and I was like Sarah was kind of just agreeing with you, just like or like Keisha put his input, but it was more like you kept just like, yo, did you see this? Did you see that? You want to hear some conspiracy theories?
I'm down with the whole ride. I'm very easygoing, man.
Yeah, so but I told X, filler number 2, man, I'm gonna let you do your thing. If you anything that comes up into your mind, man, like anything you remember, it's just technically supposed to be what we're reading, watching, and playing. Right.
That's my focus, is because that's still part of the podcast, and that's just usually something people have to wait until the end of the podcast to get to. But this is like the filler, so this is like the personal meat and this is beyond the meat and potatoes. This is the dessert of the podcast. Yeah. Is like what we're reading, watching, and playing. So
exactly,
I do have a little bit of that, but what we do have is the Scott Pilgrim trailer came out.
Yes.
So in podcast version, what we're gonna do is, and I recommend you guys do this as well, listeners, is we're going to pause real quick, and then we're gonna watch the Scott Pilgrim trailer, and then get back on. For you guys, it's gonna be seamless. Yeah. It's gonna be like in a flash. Right? I'm gonna say, Go Gazoo, and
Go Gazoo.
And then by the time the Gazoo gets out, it's going to be the transition. But for us, it'll be like however long the
trailer. I think the trailer is like a minute and 30 seconds. I don't think it's that long.
Yeah, so watch the trailer and then get back with us. I haven't seen it. We talked about it in one of our previous episodes, but
we went in more details about it because we talked about like the actors and how the director wants to bring back the original actors to do the voices for these new.
If it's something that you would watch subbed or dubbed, stuff like that. So okay, ready? Go Gazoo! Wow, what a trailer!
Was the gazebo? Did the gazebo come back?
the Gazoo or whatever.
Gazoo, did it come back?
I know.
So we just got done. All right, we just got done watching the trailer for Scott Pilgrim. So it looks like it's gonna be like literally frame by frame of the original movie.
Kind of, right?
Yeah, it kind of gave me the same sense.
Yeah.
The voice actor for Scott sounds a little bit off to me.
Yeah. Oh, Michael Cera.
Yeah.
So I was worried that it was just gonna be that they were just gonna like just dub over it like in all anime. So it's definitely like not different voices, but it's like re-recording of the dialogue, but he does sound a little bit different.
He does sound a little bit different.
I think he's emoting more. I think he's being more like, I don't know, trying to project through his voice.
Yeah.
But it does sound like him.
Yeah. Well, he is.
The trailer looked pretty cool. It was like clips from it.
Yeah.
Without the excitement of like any action.
How did you think about the animation?
It looked pretty choppy, to be honest. Like when they were talking, like it was I mean, I know anime is like, just a bunch of like flapping their mouth.
But this doesn't remind me of anime. This reminds me more of like a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking of like Cartoon Network's cartoons, like
like an Ed, and Eddie, or
not so much Ed, and Eddie. It's more like, what are the new cartoons on Cartoon Network?
Gumball.
Yeah, like Gumball, like Flatjack kind of vibes to it.
Yeah,
that's the vibes I'm getting. Or what's the one with the? Damn, I forgot what it's called. It's on Cartoon Network, and it's like it has those 4 cats and 1 fish.
4 cats and a fish.
Yeah, it's a fish, a orange fish, and in the household is the dad is a pink cat. No, a pink rabbit. He's a rabbit. A pink fuck. I gotta look this shit up because I feel stupid trying to explain it to you. Like fucking rabbit, a fish, a orange fish. Hold on 1 second, guys. 1 second. Let me pull this up real quick before I start looking stupid as hell. Cartoon Network. Pink
rabbit.
Rabbit. It is called Gumball.
Gumball? Yeah, that's what I said. Gumball.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Gumball.
Damn, I don't know why. I mean, on paper it doesn't.
The Amazing World of Gumball. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Oh, he's a fish and a cat. Are they all cats?
No. The mom is a cat.
Yeah,
and the dad is a rabbit. So the daughter is a pink rabbit. The annoying son, Gumball, it's a cat.
Right.
And then they have like an adopted fish. Right. But that's his brother.
Yeah.
Orange fish. Yeah. So that's the animation looks just exactly like that.
Oh, kind of, right?
Yeah. So you're right. The Amazing World Gumball. So if you like the Amazing World Gumball animation, which is actually pretty good because it's actually pretty funny. I don't know if you ever watched a couple of episodes. They got pretty good jokes. Like,
it's good.
But yeah, so it kind of gives you that vibes. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm a pretty big Scott Pilgrim fan. Yeah,
me too. And it is coming out fairly soon. Like November. I guess it was like a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
So
Netflix, man, they
they don't play.
They don't play. When they said they're gonna release something, they're gonna release it.
Of Netflix references in the Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
So they Netflixify it a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta do something with that. I'm excited. We might do a review on it. No, might not, depending.
I mean, it'll come up in like segments like this, like what we're reading, what we're watching, what we're playing. If we like watched it.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely going to watch it though, because I do like Scott Pilgrim. I think it's a very underrated
I don't know if he's underrated,
show.
He's nice.
No, he's nice, but I don't think a lot of people like Scott Pilgrim like that, if that makes sense. Because I never heard people talk about it like that. Like, oh, Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim's the shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
he's the shit, bro. He's the shit.
But I like Scott Pilgrim. I think he's funny. I like the show. I like the movie. I've always wanted to buy the books.
Yeah.
But I never pulled the trigger on that. If you guys help us get more listens and views, I might be able to buy the books.
Yeah.
Help a brother out.
And then we could do it for an episode.
Help a brother out. You know what I mean?
So what else I have is what we're reading, what we're watching, what we're playing. So Lewis, actually tell me what you're reading, what you're watching, what you're playing.
Damn, man, we're jumping right into this, huh?
That's all I got, really. I mean, what else? It's okay, bet.
What you got? I feel like you got something, bro. Spit it out.
What I have is what I've been watching or what I've watched.
So what you watched?
So I went to Colorado and I had to kill some time.
Yeah.
So I watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh, yeah. You wanted to talk about it a little bit. I told you to watch it.
You told me.
I told you. I went to the movie theaters to watch it.
It was a 10 out of 10. Bro.
Did you agree?
I disagree.
What?
That movie made me physically sick. That movie made me,
what?
I was twisted in my seat.
Why?
So the music was nice, the animation was nice, or the music choices, but like the jokes and like the story beats and like just the whole back and forth.
Mr. Fly?
Oh my God.
How you not get Mr. Fly?
He was cool.
He was cool, bro.
I just wanted it to be better.
It was like a New York thing. You know what I mean?
I like
the
twist of
with the sandwich at. We in New York. You know what I'm talking about?
I just wasn't feeling that movie.
I liked it, man.
That movie was making me sick.
I liked it. I thought maybe you weren't gonna like it because of the animation. I thought you were gonna say something about the animation.
The animation was nice. Like the animation was nice.
Mr. Fly. I mean, I liked it, bro. It just had a very New York. Yeah, they did, but they had a very like New York vibe. A lot of New York references.
Yeah.
I mean, they are from New York to begin with. So I thought it was pretty dope. To me, I liked it. Kids kind of liked it, but I felt like I liked it more because I could relate to it. And I don't know, I was laughing, bro.
There was like scenes where like they were all talking at the same time. And I was like, well, you know, it is kind of like that when you have like kids talking. But
Remember,
but they just kept doing it and I couldn't hear what the hell was going on. Then how they did my boy Jackie Chan. It did him so dirty.
Oh, with the rat?
Yeah, I was like, come on. He
pops.
was a good rat. He was a good, you know, dad in the end. But
yeah, but he was like
they could have gave him more. They could have gave him.
He was no Master Splinter though. Like
there was a scene where he Master Splintered.
Yeah, there was scenes, but like he was more playing like just like an overprotective dad.
Yeah, an old man dad.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was just like. I was just so shocked because
I was shocked that you didn't like it, bro.
Because IGN gave it like 8 out of 10, and I
liked it. It was good, man. Maybe it wasn't just your fault, man.
So then I had a crisis, and I was like, "Wow, maybe am I just too old? Am I just like a grouchy old man at this movie?" Because that movie like made me sick. Like I was watching it, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" I was like in pain. I was cringing, and I was like. Maybe it's me though.
I think it's you, bro.
Maybe I'm just like.
I think, or are you too?
I'm not even protective of like the Ninja Turtles.
That's what I was just gonna say. I was like, are you too like down to the original roots of the Ninja Turtles? Like even. That this one is just threw you off. It is a little different from the other Ninja Turtles. You know what I mean? Like the WB one that we used to see when we were kids.
But so something you had said about it was that they were real topical. Like they were talking about Beyonce and Drake and Taylor Swift.
It was more current jokes.
I mean, that's how it always is. Like they talk about like Terminator or Batman or whatever's going on at the time. So it's not even that. So what I think it might be is that, you know, one on this, I'm not even like an old man, but that it was like all the Gen Z humor. Like,
do you feel like it was too childish? But then again, like,
oh my god,
they are portrayed as like if they were like literally teenagers. 13 years old, 13 and 14 years old. So that's the flow that you would get from them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'm not expecting like because you know the ones with
where they're like
Megan Fox. Yeah, they're more grown. You know what I mean. They're like probably like 18 and over kind of thing. But this one was literally them. Teenage Mutant Turtles, like it was the teenage was very implied in there.
Right, they had just turned 13. They were like 12 at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, so
13. I don't know, man. I think I just was like very surprised. I was like, wow, I can't believe this is like.
Yeah, you didn't like the bacon, egg, and cheese, the Aki way. You didn't like that? No. That wasn't
There were some scenes that made me laugh. I'm not saying that it was unfunny, but just like they would like. Take a joke, I would laugh, and then they would ruin it like immediately by just like prolonging it or like I don't know, cutting it short. We'd have to like I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
Did you watch it yourself?
I watched it just myself too.
Oh, I was gonna say like, did Eli like it? Maybe he can relate to it more.
Maybe. I mean, he saw it on his own time, like afterwards. But I was just like in Colorado, and I was like, okay, I have to kill like 4 hours before. Like the flight or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'll watch the movie. It put me in a bad mood.
Whoa.
I was like, if I had somewhere to be, like if I could go anywhere, because I couldn't go anywhere. I was like, I would walk out of this movie right now.
Wow, man.
And I was like,
that's crazy. Damn.
I just had to sit there and cop it.
That's crazy. No, I liked it. If you guys agree with X,
let us know. Let us know.
If
I'm
him
just
know.
An old man.
Let him know. Maybe it just wasn't for everybody, but I definitely liked it. I gave it a 10 out of 10 because I thought the jokes were pretty good. And I was laughing my every time I was in the movie theaters. I was literally having fun with the movie. I felt like a kid again.
Yeah.
But hey, I did end up, like I was telling you a little bit earlier, I did end up watching the Red film on One Piece.
Oh, yeah.
I was watching it.
I'll probably watch it before season 2 so we can like pepper in a review video in with like the rest of the episodes.
We can. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I don't want to go too much in details just because you haven't watched it yet. So, you know, I wanted to talk about it a little bit.
We'll do a review.
I don't want to do a review because I feel like by the time we do the review,
that's just been out.
Exactly, it's been out. So might as well, if we're just gonna talk about it, let's just talk about it in a podcast.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
I'd rather do a review on more current things.
I'll watch it, and then that'll be like I'll let you know what I thought about it what we're reading, what we're watching.
Perfect. Then.
So what else? What you been reading? I know we played Destiny.
So we've been playing. Yeah. We finally hopped up onto Destiny.
What's up?
Destiny 2.
How do you feel about Destiny?
So me personally, it's okay. I like it. I feel like I have to get more, huh?
Does it remind you of Halo at all, or
a little bit, but I just have to get more accustomed to jumping from planet to planet, doing certain missions, and just like the whole layout of the interface of the game. You know what I mean? Like how to customize your weapons, what weapons is good. Like I know you can add like certain items to your weapons to make them a little bit more powerful. Same thing with the powers that you get, because I chose to be a warlock.
Yeah.
So I guess I have like special powers that I can use, but then those powers can be adjusted to do different things depending on what I decide or whatever. So it's just getting accustomed to that, like, because I'm
a lot
normally
to take in.
It is, and I've been like watching YouTube videos of just like the interface alone, and kind of like a breakdown of like this is what is this, and like this is the currency that they use in the game, like you know what I mean, like this is what you can buy, and this is how you can get your character to like a more powerful level. And I think right now I'm like at 1660, because I was telling you like you were at
the light level.
Yeah, that you were like at 17, or were you're still on 1690?
I can't remember. I think it's like 1690.
Yeah, so you were close to like 1700. But I've been seeing online that people can go up to like 1810, 1815 or something like that, and that's like maxing out like all your weapons and shit like that. So, we only played it once.
We played it just for a night.
Just for a night. So maybe we'll hop on another night. Just,
A game I do want to play, and I might just get this game. I've been hearing a lot of reviews or like things like it's like real crashing, but Payday 3.
Payday 3?
Payday 3. Have you ever played any of the Payday games?
I have not. It's like GTA, right? In a sense?
It's like Call of Duty, but you rob banks.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I like robbing banks. I used to do that.
But it's all first person.
I don't know, a side hustle.
Right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be dope?
Back in my days, yeah.
And Payday 3 is cross-plat, so if you get it like on Xbox, or I can play like
off PlayStation. I don't got Xbox.
But even like I think PS5, the PS4, I don't know if that's cross-plat.
I thought it was all on the same network, the Sony network. Yeah. I heard they got hacked.
Sony again?
Yeah.
Oh my god, they always get hacked.
I thought I saw that somewhere that they got hacked. And I'm like, fuck, again.
I know. That's why I never save my credit card on anything Sony.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Sony, but Sony needs to get the shit together, man. Or they can hire me. Make sure I'm a coder, bro.
What are you gonna do for Sony?
I'll install some type of
5 hertz gigawatt MD hash.
I'll install McAfee.
Right, yeah. Some fiber optics.
So, to stop all these hackers, man.
Very nice.
Man. I'm not a programmer, so I don't know. There was a movie that I used to love that was about program. Oh, you know what? Other movie's pretty good too that involves hacking and coding and shit. Mr. Robot. Have you ever seen that?
I heard about it.
So it's on Amazon Prime, and I don't know why with this show. It captivated me right off the bat. Episode 1, hooked. As soon as we got to episode 3 or 4, unhooked.
Really?
I lost all interest.
Really?
Because when Mr. Robot came out on Amazon Prime, a friend of mine recommended, this was years ago, because it's been out for a while now. I think it has like maybe 3 seasons, 4 seasons. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it has more than 2 seasons. And like I said, it's been out for a while. But when it first came out on Amazon Prime, a friend of mine was like, hey, you need to watch Mr. Robot. It is good. So I said, fuck it, I'll give it a try. And so, like I said, episode 1, hooked. Like that. Hooked. After episode 3, unhooked. I forgot all about it. And it was just recently. Like,
does that happen to you often for other shows?
No, it doesn't. Because usually I try to finish it.
You don't lose interest in any shows?
If it's really bad, I do. But normally, like, if a show looks really good, I'll continue it. And usually, you know, I'll hold on all the way till the end and just be like, oh, fuck it. Like Ozark on Netflix. I don't know if you heard of that one.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah. So I saw the last season. Like, I wanted to watch it.
I've only seen, again, like I saw maybe 3 episodes and I was hooked. After like the 4th or 5th one, I got unhooked. And then I never saw it after that. And then everybody's kept telling me like, you need to watch Ozark. It gets even better. Same thing with Power. I watched maybe 2 seasons and I was hooked.
Yeah.
After the 2nd season, unhooked. And I just stopped watching. I don't know why. I just stopped and then never got back on it. But everybody keeps telling me.
What show have you watched like all 5 seasons? Like all 6 seasons?
I've done Breaking Bad. Fucking love that one. Yeah. All the way to the end. I've done House of Dragons.
Yeah.
I couldn't get into Game of Thrones though.
You did House of Dragons, but you didn't do Game of Thrones?
I can't. I don't know why.
Why?
I just couldn't.
Was it a hooked,
You know what it was? I'm not gonna lie
situation?
to you, man. It wasn't like a hook. I'm not gonna lie because I told everybody the same thing. And the reason why I couldn't get to Games of Thrones is that I literally the first time I watched it, I was like not into it because I was just like, it's whatever. Okay. But everybody kept talking about Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Game of Thrones. Oh, Game of Thrones. I'm like, what? Game of Thrones? I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on with this Game of Thrones? And this is like when season 1 was still like people were just hyping it up. Every time I turn a corner, Game of Thrones, hold the door. Hold the door. I'm like, what the fuck does hold the door mean? You don't watch Game of Thrones? And I'm like, no. So I finally decided to give it a chance.
Okay.
And I got to 2 episodes and then I quit again. And I remember like, you know, I think they were focusing on one guy and he ends up dying because I remember he ends up like, I don't know what the fuck it was, but what had happened is they kept introducing new characters every episode and it kept throwing me off because I felt like almost every new character that was being introduced felt like it was a very important character, like a character you needed to keep an eye on because it could have been a crucial thing later on in the show.
Right.
Like it could have been that fucking character that screws everything up or fucks everything up. You know what I mean?
Right. Or saves everything.
Exactly. So I got to the part where the little girl, his daughter, was climbing up the tower. And when she got up the tower, she saw that the twins were fucking. Right. So some incest shit was going on.
Right.
And then the guy pushed her off the fucking tower.
That's the first episode.
Oh, that was the first episode? No, I didn't make it that far. That was about it, man.
Yeah, it's the son who...
Or the son or whatever.
Yeah, that's the end of the very first episode.
That was about it, man.
I mean...
I was like, so and then somebody told me like, well, you know, every time you think somebody's the main character, they die.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, is this like some Attack on Titan shit? Because that's
exactly like Attack on Titan. They
got me, but I'd rather Attack on Titan. And that's why I tell people.
Ate Aaron in like the 5th episode.
The 3rd episode. You're like, what the fuck? How do we lose the main character so fast?
I know. He was dead like the whole next episode, kind of.
But that's like how what's it called? I know he was only gone for like 1 episode.
No, 1 episode.
But he returned on the 2nd episode as the Titan, and then I think on the following episode they find out that it was actually Aaron the whole time.
You can kind of tell though. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what I tell people when they watch Attack on Titan or they're getting into Attack on Titan. I always just reference it as like, you like Game of Thrones? You're going to like Attack on Titan.
But you like Attack on Titan.
But I don't like Game of Thrones. And like I said, I never got past season 1. I mean, but that's just me, man. That's just me.
I mean, what else? What are you reading? What are you reading?
So reading, nothing yet, man. I keep telling myself that I want to go pick up the next volume of, what's it called? Kaiju number 9? Oh, yeah. Or 8?
Number 8, yeah.
Yeah, Kaiju number 8. I've been wanting to get the new volume, but I haven't had a chance, man. You know, just been busy like a busy bee.
Well, so something I did want to talk about was like season 2 coming up. So what I've been watching is the Junji Ito. Because our first episode for season 2 is going to be about like horror.
Wanted to keep it a little bit of a surprise.
Oh, a surprise?
Man. Yeah.
A surprise?
Well, because we talked about season 2 and we had stated that we were going to do season 2 sometime in November. But, you know, we just came up with you just came up with a better idea to kind of start off season 2 like with a banger. But I didn't want to like just let the people know.
That's what I've been watching, reading. I mean...
just know. I just want to leave it like this. Just know
we can bleep it out.
Something big is coming. Halloween Day.
Okay.
Can we leave it like that? You cool with that?
You added that.
So on Halloween, on the 31st,
right, something
big is coming from the Normn.
Right.
Just stay tuned. That's all you got to do.
Stay tuned.
Exactly.
So I've just been watching that Futurama, Harley Quinn. I've been reading Chainsaw, just keeping up on Chainsaw. Real proud that I'm actually like, keeping up on it. Like I'm only like 2 issues behind.
You're still reading it, right?
Reading it though.
How long is this Chainsaw thing going for, man?
They're like 100 issues.
Jesus.
Definitely more than 100. And on the flight that I took, I read a lot of Dragon Ball. So just
the Super or the old stuff?
The old stuff.
Oh, okay.
But I had never read it, so
you know what I've been doing a lot?
It's fun.
Now that we're on the Dragon Ball subject, I've been watching what if videos on Dragon Ball on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen those.
What if?
So like basically they'd be like they're usually about maybe 30 minutes to up to 4 hours.
Okay.
And it's basically people like saying like, what if, like there was one that's like, what if Broly was sent to Earth first? Well, he was sent out. He left Planet Vegeta before Goku and everybody else was left, right? Because he got disowned. His father got disowned. So they were like, as a punishment, we're going to send Broly to a different planet. So of course he ended up in that green planet, whatever. But like, what if instead of him being sent there, he was sent to Earth?
Yeah.
And then he was found by Grandpa Goten.
Gohan.
Gohan.
Yeah.
Grandpa Gohan. And he's the one who took care of Broly. And then later on, Goku came to Earth.
To destroy it?
Yeah, but
with Vegeta and
he wouldn't. No. Just Goku came because after Frieza was going to destroy Planet Vegeta, so it's still the same timeline, but instead Broly ended up on Earth first because Broly didn't end up in that weird deserted planet that he was supposed to end up going.
So does Goku go to the deserted planet or?
No. Goku still goes to planet Earth, but instead when Broly gets there, Grandpa Gohan names him Gohan. Is he sure it's Grandpa Gohan? Okay, so he names him Goten. So he names Broly Goten. So his real name is Goten in that kind of like universe. And then of course Kakarot ends up going to Earth, and then Grandpa Gohan names him Goku. In the recent
he so like Goku again?
Yeah. Right. So it's still the same timeline, but this time Goku and Gohan, aka Goten, aka Broly, are now the two Saiyans on Earth, and then things will still play out the same. Like Vegeta was still coming to Earth with Nappa. Was it Nappa? No?
Yeah, Nappa.
Nappa and Raditz. They were still coming to Earth, but this time because Goku has like an actual training partner in that same level. Because they're both Saiyans, they're actually more stronger. So by the time Vegeta comes,
they're already Super Saiyan 3.
They're already fucking like, no, they're not Super Saiyan, but they're like at least at Vegeta's level.
Right.
Because remember, when Goku was by himself, he was only training with Krillin, and then he was training with Master Roshi, and then he was training with Jamsha. So it wasn't like he was really
still training with Master Roshi.
Yeah, he still trains with them, but just him fighting with Broly, like just training with Broly, they're both able to push each other to greater heights.
Yeah.
Because it's not like Goku can push himself to greater heights just fighting with Krillin. Because he eventually is going to surpass Krillin no matter what. It's just in his Saiyan nature, it's in his blood.
Right, to be the best.
To be the best. But when you have two people that are supposed to be meant to be the best at each other, they're gradually going to keep pushing each other up. So it was kind of like videos like that, or like what if instead of Goku being sent to Earth, he was sent to Beerus' planet. And then the Oracle, the little fish in the little ball, that told Beerus that a great legendary Super Saiyan was going to give him the fight of his life. Beerus wakes up when Goku lands there, and Whis tells him like, oh yeah, he's from planet Vegeta, but planet Vegeta got destroyed, so he's a Saiyan. He's probably the last of his kind. And then he's like, oh, I remember the Oracle talking about how, a supernary Saiyan was going to give me the fight of my life, but he's a child. So I think he's meant to be trained by Whis. So Whis trains him, and Beerus goes back to sleep because technically he was supposed to be sleeping the whole time until it got to the point where he wakes up in the what was it? The Gods. What was the movie called?
The Power of Gods.
Power, is it that one?
I think so.
Yeah. So Whis trains him, and for all the time that Beerus was sleeping, Goku was able to go to Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, and even jump all the way to, and Whis was able to help him perfect, what's his new mode called?
Super Saiyan God.
Ultra.
Super Saiyan? Ultra Instinct?
Ultra Instinct.
Okay.
And then when Beerus wakes up, Beerus fights Goku. Goku ends up beating Beerus because Beerus was not expecting him to be this powerful. Ends up taking Beerus' life. Then Goku becomes the new god of destruction. And then, like, you know, they add more to it. And it's like really good because it's like, what if?
Yeah.
And whoever's like telling the story or putting the story together, like, does a really good job.
Yeah, and I like fan
like a really like I love it, man. And there was one, like, it was like a 4-hour one. It's fucking long, but I was listening to it because it was actually really good. What if all the God of Destructions come together and decide that they need to get rid of Goku because Goku is such good friends with Soma, who's the little blue kid? He's supposed to be like the creator.
I think I know what you're talking about. Eli was asking me about him the other day.
Yeah, so you know how he's really good friends with him. Because of him, he was able to do the Tournament of Power. So basically, it was saying like the God of Destruction would have seen him as a danger,
like a threat.
A threat because he's so friendly with, you know, the creator or whatever. Mm-hmm. So they lock him up in the time chamber, right? And then destroy the entrance, and now Goku can't get out. So basically for 5 years,
he's just listening to the Hyperbolic podcast.
He's just listening to us, right? And just fucking getting strong to the point that he can surpass Whis.
I mean, that's what happens when you listen to our podcast long enough.
Yeah, you're basically able to surpass Whis. So then it kind of goes like that. And it's pretty cool. Like, I just like this concept. Like, what if Goku, you know, ended up in this planet? Or what if Broly ended up with Goku? Or what if Vegeta ended up on, I don't know, like, so on Earth? Like, how would that have changed or something like that, you know? Would have Broly ended up marrying
Chi-Chi or
Bulma? You know what I mean? Like, what would he have done? So things like that, man. It's pretty dope.
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah. So I like watching those things. But
so that's what you've been watching?
Hell yeah, man. Just a lot of Goku and shit like that. Anime wise, I just got done seeing, I told you, that is anime. I just got done seeing the last thing of One Piece. Yeah, the last episode of the fight for Kaido and Luffy.
Yes.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Yeah, I liked it. I'm finally glad that after 4 years, it finally is coming to an end. You know, it's finally coming to an end. So I've been watching that. Bleach, the 1,000-year Blood War.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's been pretty good too. I've been watching that too. There's another one called Zoom 100. It's a zombie anime. Have you heard of that one?
No, I haven't seen anything about it. Zoom 100?
Yeah. ZOM 100.
Okay.
So it's like a zombie anime. It's pretty good. I like the way the animation is. Instead of like when they have like multiple splatter of blood, like they still have red to represent blood, but then they also have it like so it's kind of like a rainbow. So when blood is being spread, it's like different colors. And it's pretty dope. I kind of like it.
It's like an artsy anime?
Yeah, very artsy. Okay, I like it. And man, that's pretty much it. That's all I've been doing, you know. Nothing crazy. Something light.
I mean, that's pretty good, bro. Just getting ready for season 2. Yeah, no,
I'm excited for season 2. So, I got a conspiracy.
Oh, yes. Go with your conspiracy.
Let's finish this podcast with a little conspiracy. All right. And then we'll wrap it up there. All right. You ready?
I'm ready. Can I guess it a little bit or?
Okay. So, this conspiracy is based off
about X?
Spirited Away. Have you seen you've seen Spirited Away, right?
I have seen Spirited Away. Studio Ghibli.
Yeah. So they have Spirited Away, which is one of the most successful animated movie. Mm-hmm. You said you've seen it, right? Okay. So
I've seen it.
There's a theory going around for that movie that it says
I didn't know you was gonna come strapped like this with. I thought you were gonna be talking about X or like Hawaii and the space lasers.
Oh no! Because last time we ended up with talking about like a little bit of an anime conspiracy about Kakashi being gay.
Did, right?
So I was thinking like, you know,
damn.
Let me pull up some anime conspiracy.
Okay.
So I saw I you know, this is not my conspiracy per se. This is just something the community came up with. But I've never heard about it. But when I started reading about it, it kind of changed my perspective of the movie.
I mean, maybe we can add some of our own conspiracy to it. Tell me about it.
Hold on a second. Okay. So, Spirited Away is actually has some settings of prostitution and
is that what the maids are?
Yeah, prostitution and child labor.
Okay.
So, you remember in the beginning of the movie how the main character is Chichiro. So the main character is Chichiro, the little girl. Her parents, they end up going to this abandoned amusement park, right?
Right.
When they walk in, the parents sit down at the table because there's like a platter, like a buffet of food, right? And they just start eating and then they can't stop, right? So they can't stop. They start eating. They turn into pigs, remember?
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's like the parents now owe the brothel, or what is it called? The
buffet?
No. They owe they're called a brothel, but it's also called the
like the whorehouse?
The whorehouse. Well, I don't want to call it a whorehouse. It's called more of
the bathhouse?
The bathhouse, right?
Yeah.
So now they own the bathhouse because technically that food was not meant for the parents. It was made for the spirits. But because they started eating the food, they became pigs. So now they're in debt, right? So then Chichiro ends up going to see if she can talk to the boss of the establishment, you know, basically apologize and see if she can turn back their parents into humans. But when she goes in there to talk to, which she ends up talking to Jubaba, the old witch lady with the big ass nose. Yeah. So she says, well, the only way for me to turn your parents back is you have to pay the debt because your parents ate all the food.
Yeah.
You owe us. So she had to sign a contract, right? Basically saying that she's going to work for Jubaba. So think about Jubaba as being like the madam of the house. You know what I mean? And then back in the old
Jubaba?
Yeah, the Madam Jubaba. But back in the old day, those like bathhouses technically were whorehouses. Mm. You know what I mean? Because males would go in there, and majority of the time, if you think about it, majority of the staff in that movie was all females. And
I mean, the Toads and the Frogs
were men, but they didn't do majority of the work. They were more of like a management position,
right?
AKA pimps.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They made sure that they were in line, and Jubaba was the madam of the house.
Madam
Jubaba, right? So she made Chichiro sign the paperwork. And what do they do in prostitution normally? They take away your name. So they took Chichiro's name away and just basically left her with the name of Seven, I think it was. So that was her name, Seven. And so it's kind of like in a way of taking your personality, taking your identity away, and kind of like say like, no, well, now we own you. So you're a whole different person. And then it also makes it harder for people to find you, especially, if you're no longer referred to as as your government name that was given to you at birth.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like I said, majority of the workers there were all females. And a lot of the spirits that came there, especially the one with the mask. I forgot what, I think his name was Kaonoshi. The one with the mask and all black.
Right.
So when he comes in there.
Spirited Away.
Yeah, when he comes in there, he starts offering them gold, right? Because he kept producing gold in his hand.
Yeah.
And, because he was he was giving them money, they treated him as royalty. Whatever he wants, get it for him, right?
Right.
Attend to his needs. So if you think about it, like any brothel or any whorehouse per se, when you come in there with money, they treat you like royalty. They treat you with good respect. Like anything you want, you can have. Any girl you want, you can have. You know what I mean? But I don't know if you noticed, like in the movie, he was so fond of Chichiro. Like he wanted her. And if you think about it, it's like a grown man going into one of these, especially like in third world countries where sometimes they have these kids as prostitutes in these brothel house or these, whorehouse basically. And sometimes these elderly men that come with money, they're usually more fond to the younger girls. And sometimes the young girls are really underage. You get what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, and then on top of that, all the work that they had to do to pay off this debt, if you think about it, it's kind of like child labor, because they were making her do all this work and
to pay off her parents'
debt. And her parents were being held hostage because they were turned into pigs.
Yeah.
So then she had to go into this whole adventure of like figuring out how she was gonna repay them back and stuff like that. So that was the theory, that they kind of represented a little bit of that, even though I think they try to deny it. But
the creators?
The creator. But the creator usually that does these movies, the Ghibli movies, is usually based off some type of like world environment. Like, like I think there was one movie was kind of more based off like how we're polluting the air and we're destroying the forest and then the forest starts attacking back the human.
Princess Mononoke?
Is it that one?
I think so.
So it's kind of like he makes it more about like, things that are happening in the actual world, and he translates it into like more of like a metaphor, but into a movie. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's got a really good art style.
Yeah.
And like his story approach, we talk about him in like a few, previous episode, like his name or whatever, but I don't know. When I saw that movie, My Neighbor Totoro, for the first time, it kind of like, because there's no real like conflict in that movie.
No,
there's nothing really like going on, like that you're like on this edge of your seat. It is just kind of like having fun and like
a bunch of his movies like that.
Yeah, and then then it just ends. Usually, like and not just with superhero movies, but like with movies, there's like the setup, the tension, the climax, and then the resolution.
Yeah,
like those movies do not follow that story structure at all.
No, which I like. Yeah. And it's supposed to be a kid movie. While.
Yeah, but even like kid movies, even like with Toy Story, like Buzz and Woody have to learn.
I know, man.
I
know. And in the past, we have said like Ghibli movie is kind of like the Pixar of America. You know what I mean?
Anime, yeah.
Yeah, but I love Ghibli movies, man. I watched a lot of them. Howl's Moving Capsule or Flying Castle?
Yeah, Castle. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Ponjojo.
I haven't seen that one.
I like that one. It's pretty cute. It's cute, like in that sense, like it's just like
it's animated very well.
Yeah.
Do you want to let the listeners know what's going on with us having an
what? All right. No, we got a lot of things coming up, man. I don't want to release it, but I'm just saying on the 31st, just keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. Big things coming. Big things coming.
Big things coming.
But I'm gonna leave it at that. Little. I don't know if it's too graphic. What do you think about that conspiracy? Is it a little too much? A little too intensive?
I mean, it's all art. So
do we need 18 and over viewers for this one?
You can interpret it that way. I feel like it was meant to be interpreted that way.
But did you think about it? Did you? Now that I mentioned it, did you ever think about that movie in that?
The very first time I saw it, no. But off of repeat viewings, yeah, I have.
You have? So it has come to your mind. You're like, oh, what kind of...
Yeah, she's selling like I don't know if I directly translated to the trafficking
or child labor,
like
or
as graphic as it is,
prostitution or anything like that.
Yeah, but like in a I would hate to say an innocent way, but like in an approachable way to deal with those conversations. Yeah, like that's how.
I mean, those are real big things that occur in reality. That, like I said,
it's fucked up.
That's fucked up, and a lot of people don't like talking about. And I have brought that up in one of our podcasts that I went to go see, The Sound of Freedom, which is basically same thing about talking about child trafficking and how that, and it's funny because a lot of people were talking about that movie and basically how it didn't. One of the, I think it was Disney, they ended up buying Fox, right? And Fox had owned that movie, the rights for that movie. The movie was produced and everything.
Yeah.
And it was already made, but it was never released. And it ended up just basically staying inside a vault. And I think it was Fox that owned the rights to that movie. Once Disney bought out Fox, Disney now owned the rights to that movie, but they didn't do anything with it. They just left it. And then somebody came and bought the rights for that, specifically for that movie.
From Disney?
From Disney. Disney gave it to them, and then they ended up releasing it finally after like years and years of this movie was made years ago. And they wanted like people to, they were like, you know what? We don't even want to be a profit. Like, we don't care about the profit. We just want to get the message across.
Free showings to the Sound
And they
of Freedom.
were giving free showings. All you had to do was literally, like, they were saying like, hey, if you don't have the money to go see this movie, literally come to the website and we'll give you the tickets for free. And for the people, and then like when you watch the movie towards the end, it was saying like, we have a program that if you want to pass this forward, because if you came here to watch it for free, pass it forward, like make a donation to the website, and then that way we'll be able to give the tickets to somebody else that wants to watch it for free. Like, we just want to make the awareness out there. And then there was like TikToks about it, like how movie theaters were like saying like they would leave the lights on in the theater to kind of like fuck with people so that they can leave. Or they would say like, oh, we don't have any more seats. It's fully packed. But then you go inside the movie theater and there's nobody sitting in there. But the people are saying like, you know, the movie theaters are saying like, oh yeah, no, we don't have any extra seats, or like it's everything's sold out.
Okay, let's talk about this conspiracy theory. So the movie theater industry is in on the child trafficking. And they don't want you to watch the movie. They don't want you to watch the movie.
This can go deep, but we're trying to rise up. We're trying to make our podcast known. I don't want to fuck around with Hollywood.
Is that what you're saying right now?
Come on, man. I don't want to fuck with you. We all heard the conspiracy theory. We all heard about Rock Nation. We all heard about all these other record labels.
Like Jay-Z?
Come on, man. We already heard about Illuminati. We already know about that. Like, you know, we know what the true intents in Hollywood. And man, this, all I gotta say, man, is this world.
These teenagers working at the movie theaters.
No, I'm just saying,
doing
man.
Pranks, man. Just doing big pranks.
But why on that movie?
Because they're assholes.
Any other movie?
Have you ever talked to a teenager?
I have, but I'm just saying, every other movie, this is the movie they decide to be an asshole about. But like I said, it's just a conspiracy theory. This is just a couple of things I've seen on Instagram. You know, it didn't happen to me. I went to the movie theaters fine. It was packed.
They let you in?
They let me in. They turned off the lights, and I was able to watch the movie from beginning to end, no problem. So I don't know if it's just certain movie theaters that they were having a problem like that.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm not saying all movie theaters, but I'm just saying, like, I don't want to go too much in that. I don't know who's listening, who's not listening. You know, if the FBI, because I don't want to go home and then feel like I'm seeing the same black car go up and down the street.
I know.
You know what I mean? You know, and next thing you know, they're gonna be like, oh, so the Normn was saying
they know too much.
They know too much, you know, and I don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. We don't know. We're just two anime nerds. That's all we are.
Anime nerds. That's all we know.
You know, that's all we know. Yeah. So if somebody's listening, we want to be big too. I don't know if I want to sell my soul, but
you don't know if you want to sell.
I don't know. I mean, we live this life and we need the money.
What if they would sell?
Would you? X, you know what? Let me be honest with you, bro. Would you sell your soul
for eternal youth?
Not for eternal youth. For money.
For money, no.
You wouldn't.
No, for money, no.
So you're saying that if we got an email on the street, like an unknown email, we don't even know where it came from.
Satan is sending me emails.
You click on the email and it says, "Hey,
he should
love the podcast.
He should text me.
You guys are great vibes, great energy. I want you guys to become the next big anime podcast, and I can make that a reality. Money, fame, everything." Cars,
right?
Woman, anything you want.
Women.
Anything you want.
No.
Sign on the dotted line.
Hell no.
Join the Rock Nation.
Hell no. Definitely not. I don't need any of that.
You wouldn't?
No.
Damn, bro.
I don't want any of that, like, for free.
For free. It's not for, well, you know it's not for free.
I know, but
it comes with an agenda.
I know what I'm saying. Fame, cars, and helicopters, or whatever you said.
Everything. Everything. You don't got to work a day in your life. This is what you got to do right here.
No.
No?
What would you sell your soul for? Or what about you? Would you?
Man, I thought about it.
You thought about it?
You want to hear something crazy? I'm gonna let you know something crazy, man.
Did you get that email?
No. I didn't get the email. But I'm gonna tell you something crazy.
Is that an email you got?
I don't think I've ever told you this. I told my girl about it, but I've never told you about this. So I was at work one day, right? And I was doing I don't want to go into details, but I was at work.
Right.
And I was editing up one of our podcasts.
Okay.
And I had ended up like dozing off on, like, because I was tired. It was like fucking 3 a.m. I was editing.
Right.
And I had dozed off and I had a dream. It was weird, bro. I had a dream that I was in hell.
Okay.
And I was met up by this guy. I'm presuming he was the devil. So I got met up with him. And
did he have hooves for feet?
I don't really remember what he looked like, but I just remember feeling the presence and just
evil?
being, not evil per se. It wasn't so much evil because I didn't feel evil, but I just know I was in hell. Okay. And he was kind of like showing me around hell, right? Like, look at this. And he was like,
check out my fountain.
Check out the fountain. Check out the Bugatti.
Check out the Bugatti.
Check out the Ferraris.
Yeah.
On this side, I got the Lambos. You know what I mean? Check it out.
I'm in hell.
So, but one thing he did offer me was like, he's like, let me show you what it tastes like to have my powers. Oh. And he gave me his powers. And all I could say is it felt good.
Okay.
And then I woke up.
Whoa.
So I told my girl, I'm like, I don't know if this is like the devil coming to me to, hey, like you like what you saw, you like how you felt. Right. This could be eternity. But then my girl, but this happened like, I don't know, I want to say sometime like in the beginning of our podcast when we were just first editing, like maybe the first 3 episodes or something.
Really?
But my girl was like, "But did you ever have a dream like that ever again?" I'm like, "No." And I'm like, maybe he's not interested anymore.
Ooh, the devil?
Yeah, maybe he lost interest in us or something like that.
Maybe he takes his time.
Maybe. I don't know, man. But it was a weird dream. That is a weird dream. I was like, damn, is this like
you just the industry? Me? What if you just called me and I just had the same dream? And I was like, yo.
Did you?
No.
Oh, I'm about to say. I was like, watch you call and be like, yo, I had the same dream.
I know. He was wearing a striped sweater and he had a claw on his hand.
Yeah, that's Freddy, bro.
It was the devil, I promise.
But yeah, man. So that's just a little sign that I had. I don't know, man.
You've been holding on to that for a hot minute.
I was holding on for that for a hot minute, man. I was waiting. I think this was the right time to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I do believe in God. I am a man of God. This is not a satanic podcast per se. No. Or anyway, we just talk about animes. That's all we do. Anime, video games, and movies.
Anime, video games. So if you're listening, God.
But yeah, man. Anyways, we're gonna end this podcast. This is going a little too dark, too deep.
That's what they want. This is what they like.
Maybe that's what people do like. This might be I swear to God, we dropped this episode and this episode blows the fuck up. We start getting millions of views on this episode. I swear to God. So you're telling me when I talk about God and the devil, when I talk about signing contracts, when I talk about Jay-Z and the Rock Nation.
Yeah.
And now y'all want to blow my shit up. Now y'all want to blow my shit up? Okay. But we'll see, man. Because if it does blow up, then now we know what we need to talk about. People love this shit. All right, man. So sign us out, man.
Sign us out.
Unless you got something else you want to say before we sign out.
No.
You good? All right, sign us out, man.
Tune in next time for scenes from the next episode of the Hyperbolic Podcast.
You heard it here. Stay tuned.